Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and what about those FIFA 21 ratings, eh? The first batch was released last week, with Lionel Messi leading the way as the best player in the game for like the millionth time in a row. But as always with FIFA ratings, there's some controversy. So today let's look at the 8 most shocking ratings from FIFA 21 so far. Number 1, Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang. The Arsenal captain is one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Christ, he's one of the best in the world. Throughout his career he's scored goals, but particularly at Arsenal he's been prolific, drawing comparisons to the great Thierry Henry. And last season he was prolific again, netting 22 times, just one behind Golden Boot winner Jamie Vardy. So why oh why has his FIFA rating gone down? Aubameyang has gone from an 88 to an 87, which is all the more laughable when you consider that Bobby Firmino's an 87 as well. Sure, the Brazilian is great, but over the past 12 months his goal return's gone down, with Liverpool fans defending him at the hills for his work rate and creativity, despite missing some chance that even I might have scored, and I can barely finish me dinner. Number 2, Gareth Bale. The golf enthusiast was a player I was going to include in my FIFA downgrades video, and by the looks of things I really should. On FIFA 20 he was an 85, and by the looks of things he might not even be an 80 this year. Real Madrid released a couple of images on Instagram detailing their top 18 players on the new game, with Benzema getting an 89 and Luka Modric down to an 87, like I told you, ha. But conspicuous by his absence is Gareth Bale. The lowest player picked is Rodrigo, and he's only rated at 79. So based on that surely means that Gareth Bale is only going to be a 79 at best. I mean, that's madness. I thought he'd go down, but not by that much. I bet his rating on PGA 2 is much higher. Number 3, Jordan Henderson. The man who lifted the Premier League in July or whatever crazy month it was after the league was postponed, Jordan Henderson has been upgraded for FIFA 21 and he's now an 86. I mean, he did have a brilliant season. He led Liverpool to their first title since dinosaurs were roaming the land, and he played an important role in some big performances in the middle of the park, so getting a wee upgrade to an 86 is certainly understandable. But that means he's the 55th best player on the game and also has the same rating as Paul Pogba. I know Pogba's had his own bother over the last 2 years, but seeing those two players on par seems crazy. I love Henderson, but if you told me just a few weeks ago that he'd be the same rating as Paul Pogba on FIFA 21, I'd want to know what you've been smoking. Number 4, Christian Pulisic. I love Christian Pulisic and he was an absolute joy to watch last season, and he was also a joy to use on FIFA. However, after the season he had, he should be looking a lot better on FIFA 21. Why oh why has he only got a 70 for shooting? The man's more accurate than a HITC sport prediction video. Well, that's not really saying much, is it? Pulisic's shooting rating is even lower than Fernandinho at Man City, which is just ludicrous. If someone had a gun to me head and told me the only way I would be spared is if someone scored a one-on-one for us, and the only 2 players I had in my phone book were Fernandinho and Pulisic, I'd probably sit and wonder how I'd got into this mess and debate how on earth I got both the numbers. Number 5, Jaden Sanchez. While Christian Pulisic's shooting is somewhat questionable, Jaden Sancho's pace is ridiculous. Or at least that's what it should be. The bloke's lightning quick. He'd beat me in a 100-metre dash even if I had a 90-metre head start. But on FIFA 21, Jaden Sancho is slower than the year before, getting a pace rating of just 83, which is slower than Erling Haaland, and that's despite his overall rating going up to an 87. I mean, I know you get slower the older you are, but come on, the bloke's only just out of nappies. He probably goes home and watches the Rugrats after a day of running rings around German defenders. Number 6, Serge Gnabry. It's been an incredible 12 months for Serge Gnabry. He won the treble with Bayern Munich, all the while reminding us all with every goal and pass that he once didn't play much for West Brom during a loan spell. I've heard that fact more times than I've heard about Jamie Vardy coming from non-league. I mean, Christ, give these stories a rest. But anyway, despite the glorious season in Bavarian red, Gnabry has seemingly gotten slower in the eyes of FIFA. His pace rating is down 8 from the year before, despite enjoying a year where his ludicrous pace on the counter-attack has given defenders nightmares so bad they've had to go into therapy. Number 7, Thiago Alcantara. There's a Bayern Munich theme here, just strap yourselves in. But while Serge Gnabry's pace has dropped, the fact that Thiago's entire rating has gone down by 2 is quite frankly baffling. It's like they just plucked his rating out of thin air and thought, that'll do, no one will notice, it's only FIFA. Except people will notice, because it's all some people have got going on in their lives. I've got to make videos on the sodden thing rather than get a real job like my dad says. Or maybe that's FIFA's plan all along, create controversy to get people talking about it. That's what Romelu Lukaku thinks anyway. Back to Thiago though, who's gone from an 87 to an 85, despite enjoying a wonderful season under Hansi Flick. So when he signs for Liverpool, he'll arrive safe in the knowledge that he isn't Liverpool's best midfielder, rocking up with a lower rating than Jordan Henderson. And finally, number 8, Alphonso Davies. It's a hat-trick of Bayern Munich players being done dirty by FIFA 21, and so far it's unclear where Alphonso Davies is. He spent a lot of time playing at left back at the Allianz Arena, proving that he can get the job done in defence despite arriving in Germany as a winger. The position has really brought his Bayern Munich career to life, and to be honest, with the way they play, he basically acts as a secondary winger, so he's got the best of both worlds. But you'd think he'd be down as a left back on FIFA 21, and you'd think he'd have a pretty mammoth ratings boost, but by the looks of things, he isn't one of the best fullbacks on the game. The Canadian sensation is nowhere to be seen on FIFA 21's top fullbacks list, a list that includes Jesus Navas and Alex Grimaldo. If they can be on there, so can Alphonso Davies, although I'm sure he's questioned the decision himself on his own YouTube channel. So those are 8 of the most ridiculous ratings for FIFA 21 so far. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time, we'll see you around.